And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, goblins and ghouls, and space cadets of all ages. I am Natanus Lycans. How's everybody doing tonight? This is going to end up being a little bit of a short stream because I didn't get on early enough. So we're not really going to be able to do much. So I figured I've got the small constructor. You can see that over in the left corner. Working, it's making us a ton of concrete blocks. Woo. And I just picked up all the ones that we had previously, so we're just gonna spend tonight like working on the base a little bit. We're probably not gonna get a whole lot done, but yeah, that's what I am planning on doing right now. We're just going to try and like get some of this to where we've got room to build. I want to be able to expand like out here, and this is where the real base is going to be. And then we really need to finish the rest of the platform that we currently have. And I don't know what else to do beyond that. Oh, we need to check on the crystals too while we're doing this. Because we got that growing now. And hopefully that will start giving us an infinite source of pentaxid. Now, you might be wondering, and this is something I've been meaning to talk about a little bit. Why a dead planet? Well, dead planets have a major advantage, in my opinion, over some of the others. First off, they're dead. There's nothing here that's living. We don't have to worry about anything like getting in our way. We don't have to worry about NPCs getting in our way or creatures, any kind of thing. We don't have to worry about it. And that brings me to the main point of why we are here. Base attacks. We don't have to worry about base attacks, so we don't have to spend any kind of material on defense. So, yeah, we don't have to build any kind of defense towers. We don't have to build any kind of turrets to defend our base. We can just live out here peacefully and explore the galaxy that way. And this is probably where I need to start coming this way. This is gonna differ from that because I originally did like I think I went like 5 blocks wide, but that won't hold up, so we gotta do something different. But yeah, that is gonna be the plan. We're just gonna like work on this a little bit. We're not gonna be able to get a whole lot done. But we are gonna get at least some work done on getting the main platform up and running. And then hopefully get like some amount of area out that way to where we can build the actual base. Because that little thing, we're just kind of like running on fumes with that. We definitely need more space. And hopefully this stays together too. I'm a little bit concerned that we may be exceeding the weight limit on certain parts, but I'm not really going to worry about it. Because we've still got a long way to go with all this. I would like to work on the big ship, but I'm still kind of debating that. Because I like what we've come up with a lot more. Like, that ship looks a lot better, but the thing is, we took some major damage from just going to get our ship back on Optimus. Optimus, we gotta fix up Optimus. Well, I say major damage. Excuse me. Had something stuck in my throat. But Optimus took some damage, and I'm not too thrilled about that. Because that means major changes need to take place with any kind of build that I make. And the fact that my version of the Razor Crest got absolutely destroyed really has me questioning things, because that we should have had more than enough defense with all the turrets on there, but clearly we did not. It took way too long to defend the ship, Optimus that is, with the turrets that we have on there. So it's really making me question, like, what do we need to do now? I'm actually tempted to rejoin Spange's Discord. Yes, I know I'm talking about another content creator. It's fine. I mean, it's not like we're really getting anywhere. So I'm really tempted to reconnect to his Discord and see what they're saying about building ships now, because there's clearly things that have changed. I even noticed that there seems to be a model update that went live and I wasn't aware of. I don't know if that's like the base game or if that's Reforged Eden 2, but there was a couple of models that well, there was one model that I noticed has completely changed. I mean, I did see too far. Yeah, here you go. The shield. I did notice that the shield is completely changed. It is a completely different model than it was the last time I actually sat down and played this. I don't think we're going to get very far with this today, because we don't really have that much stone to play around with. I'm not even really sure what I want the base to actually look like. I've got some ideas, but I don't have anything solid. Like that one destroyed survival base you can find. I really like some features of that. Specifically, I like how the glass has this kind of unique design to it. It's kind of got like a rib cage kind of look. Okay, so that's already done. We must not have made that much. Yeah, it's not even 500. I mean, we got like 5,000 dust. Like, what is going on here? What are we missing? We're literally missing the crushed stone. Okay. Oh, I hope this holds together here. You can see where I dug a hole there, trying to get more stone. One thing we could do is we could take the mining vessel out. There is a few resources floating around the planet. We could probably take that and just go do a little bit of mining, specifically for more stone. There might be some more resources on some of the moons that we can go and do. In fact, that's probably the plan. We'll use up this, and we'll go do that. Might as well. And on that same note, can we... Oh, I can. We'll worry about that in a minute. 5,000 CPU, or 500 CPU. Hmm. So just one of those is going to replace both of these. So we're going to be very, very short on CPU. So we need, it's going to need a another, it's gonna need another core. I don't know where to put that one, though. We'll figure that out in a few minutes. Most likely, I'm just gonna put it where one of the extensions is. That used up about 40. What? I really wish this would actually give me wood. The fact that it doesn't give me wood is like an atrocity. Alright, let's get to this thing. I'm thinking like right there next to that RCS. It's not gonna be over here. So give me that, and give me this. Actually, let's do it like right there. I hope. I can't see that. $4,063. $4,183. So what did I accidentally cut off there? I thought I was only removing like one block. Ooh, that dropped it a lot. We dropped almost half there. Here, that should literally be one. Okay, so that should be fine then if we take out that one. Because it looks like it's the same amount. So now put those in, and CPU should be fine. Oh yeah, we're more than good on the CPU. We got a ton of RCSs. That's gotta be from those things over there that we commandeered. 13 small ion jets. I'm not sure how many it would take to get one of those flying, but I think it would be more than 13. Okay. I don't even know where to stick that, so we're just gonna stick it there. How are you on fuel? 38%. Maybe more than enough. And then one last thing, we gotta turn your shield back on. Ooh, where's this at? Because it's apparently really close. Okay, you know what? That thing's coming this way. I don't want to tangle with that. I would like to actually destroy it. I'm not sure how much damage that thing would take either. Oh, that's why I don't like using the mouse. Honestly, that one RCS is probably too much. Like, the controls just freak out anytime I try to touch it. I only did that because we were having trouble maneuvering inside the hole that we dig out. And that's partly because of how big it is, but they changed the model of that too. Those lights used to not be there. That's cool. I'm talking about the drills, those blue lights. Those were never there before. I don't know when that got added, but they weren't there the last time I played. There's a Promethean asteroid. It's silicone. I just wanna. I cannot dig here. Okay. That's weird. That is very weird. It's gonna take us forever to get to this moon. Uh-oh, we got Polaris thing here. Yep, we're in Polaris territory. Oh, okay. Well, nice to know you, Promethean. I can't mine you, though. Like, maybe one day we could, but not right now. Silicone and what? Titanium. Really? We're out of ammo because I didn't think to check. Well, that's good to know. We don't have any ammo right now. Sometimes the controls are just too touchy. Oh, it's so much faster with the lasers, so much faster. Yeah, there's not much to talk about right now. I mean, we're just doing a job. We're going through, we're mining out material. Do we really need this? No. We really need the stone that comes with it and the graphite. That's what we really need. And again, for anybody that is wondering and notices that my inventory is over 400% capacity, I do not like the volume and mass controls. Now, and it's simply because, the inventory is honestly big, and it feels kind of like a waste to not be able to carry a whole lot, especially in this game where you're not dealing with like 100 of an item at a time. You're talking like hundreds of thousands of stacks of items. Sorry, per stack. I mean, I think the ingots alone stack up to 8,000. You're using a lot of material in this game, and the limitation on like how much you can carry versus how many spaces are available in the inventory is just ludicrous to me. Now, and I've got to bring this up again because somebody did question me on, if I don't play with that, why do I bother with containers? uh, there's actually a second reason that I didn't think about with the first time, and that is the harvest container. If you don't have that, it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, it probably would go into like a normal chest or anything, but it's better to use the harvest container for it. That way it's all going into one selection. And the other and more important reason is if I put it on the workshop for other people to use, they may like playing with the mass and inventory. So I tend to build around the idea that I don't care, but somebody else might. As far as the CPU, I actually do like playing with. Nobody asked about that, but I do like the CPU system. I think that is perfectly fine. It limits how big a ship can be and what all can be in it, and it's perfectly fine the way it is. The inventory space, though, is not good. Again, as I stated, you get stacks of ingots are like 8,000. So yeah, you're gonna run into problems with how they've got the inventory like very, very, very limited. Like you can't even carry certain things. They're so big, which makes perfect sense. But it's a video game. I don't want my inventory being limited simply because something is too massive. I mean, if that were the case in every survival game, you wouldn't be able to carry like stacks of gold. Like hell, Minecraft, you wouldn't be able to do that because that's like way too much weight that you'd be carrying. Even if you put it in a bunch of shulker boxes. So their weight system I don't care about in this. And there's no real way to increase the weight system for your own character either. There is ways to do that, but not any that, in my opinion, are meaningful. And it's simply an additional like armor piece that you can put in that increases how much you can carry. And again, it's just kind of like unimportant because it's so trivial that it's just like, why would you even bother? Like there's other things that you really need. You really need armor, you need radiation, most of the time you're going to need oxygen, and then insulation is almost always needed. Radiation is one of those things you can kind of get away with not having. I wouldn't recommend it. It's one of those that I would say, yeah, you'd need that. Insulation is absolutely essential, though. because there's too many planets that it's either way too cold or way too hot. So you need to be insulated against that. I mean, even when we were doing like little bits and pieces the other day, we were constantly in a state of freezing because we were outside in the elements. Here's some text down here. Let's go get those. Wow, there really wasn't much of any there. Okay, that is not what I thought it was. It doesn't matter. Is that Polaris ship gonna fire on me if I try to get that? I don't even want to find out. Let's go get this copper. Oh. Taxed, but there's a couple of drones there. We don't have any ammo because I'm slightly, mental. I don't know why I didn't even think about the ammo. Okay, we should be fine. Promethean over here. Is there gonna be a Polaris that's in Polaris, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Let's go see what this is. Cobalt and silicone. There is a drone there. Looks like there's a lot more resources over here. More copper. There's another drone there, though. Couple more drones here. Yep, I'm well aware we lost connection. I think we got it all. Oh yeah, that drone's far enough away that I don't think I'm gonna worry about anything. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Try and copyright that, someone. Cause screw that. I'm like really tired of people like doing that stuff. And go bug some big content creator. Let me out of here. Thank you. Like, how much stone do we actually have? 365. I'd like a lot more stone. I guess we'll go ahead and we'll get this aluminum too. In Xerax territory? Oh, lovely. Whoa. You know, I'm not really sure what to do about the damage that we took, because I thought we had more than enough coverage to, like, destroy anything before we really have problems. But that's not what happened. We actually lost, like, 2 blocks on Optimus Prime. So it really makes me, like, wonder, like, what do I need to do to prevent any more damage or loss of blocks? Especially if we're making, like, very basic ships at the moment, because if that happens with a basic ship, like, what is the stuff later on where you need, like, advanced ships, and you need, like, the Neo that we've been collecting? Like, seriously, like, how's that gonna really affect something? I mean, that's one node of that asteroid is literally just one node of Zirconium. And we need we need to be able to collect, like, a lot. Because just making these lasers, these laser drills, that costs us some Zirconium. And this is just laser drills. That's not even anything actually important. This is strictly for improving my speed of mining materials. So I can't imagine what we're gonna need in order to survive out there and get some of the rare resources that are heavily guarded. And remember, also, if nobody remembers this, so we were there when the ship got destroyed. Here's Xerax territory. That's not even Xerax territory. That's out in the middle of nowhere. We're not in anybody's territory here. So the response is going to be far, far worse when we're mining resources in an area, or we're attacking something. And unfortunately, you can't have a one-stop shop ship. Meaning that we can't have one ship that does everything. It can't be a miner, it can't be an attacker, and it can't be defensive all at once. It's got to be one thing or the other because of how CPU works in this. Which is where I start having major problems with how some of the things are arranged in this. It's still great, don't get me wrong, as far as like the building aspect. Again, like actually playing it is far more annoying. I know we've got like a ton of iron already, but iron's one of those resources that you will use up quite a bit of it. So, I mean, each size of blocks uses a different amount of iron, and every single item in the game uses iron. So iron is probably the most important thing as far as like how much of it you do have. I know the last time I played seriously, I got a lot of my Zirconium and my Estrium, however you want to say that. I got a lot of it by being sneaky. What I would actually do is like mine through the planet's layers so that they couldn't shoot at me. And then I would go like literally underneath bases and mine out the Zirconium. The Zaz. Okay, I think we're starting to like have problems with the weight. Because notice our ship is sinking. And my left hand is off the controls. I am literally just using the mouse right now. Even though I find this like way harder to do than using the arrow buttons. And it's because of how their targeting works. Like I talked about this the other day where it's not smooth targeting. It's kind of like it's locked to a grid, which makes it very difficult to aim. That's one thing I wish they would really fix. Because I hate that, like bouncing to a grid. I want my targeting to be smooth. And this is anything but smooth. Let's say we're good there. Yeah, I wonder if they did change that because I'm not noticing any kind of slowdown. We did sink from the weight that we have. We have almost 2,000. Well, probably a lot more than that. I'm not sure how that measurement works, but we have almost the capacity is over 2,000%. So. And we need to get back because we are very low on fuel. We have about 42 minutes worth of fuel left, 29% oxygen, so we need to get back. And that did work out really well. I mean, we got a ton of stone, we got a ton of iron. And so once we get that into the system and get the one smelter working on all that, we should be good for a little while on metals. I think we got like one thing of copper, so we can make some ammo. We desperately need to make ammo. Though I have been thinking about it, we probably should expand our plant fiber farm. I'm not going to do that right now because I want that to be part of the main base. We're going to be doing all of our crafting in there, so it might as well be there. At least for an unknown amount of time. Eventually, we will have to start setting up satellite bases. And I'm guessing what I want to do there is I want to do like literal satellites and have them at the stars. And so that way we can, have a safe place to go. Because nothing should attack you at a star. At least I don't think so. The only problem with that is you cannot. Well, actually, I don't know if they've fixed the play area for the star. So the play area for the star just depends on where you hit it from, and it will always be that. So it's stupid how they did that. Like, honestly, the play area for the star should just be one single zone. Even if it's just facing the star from like north, south, east, or west, it should just be that one space. It doesn't have to be completely around the star, just there, near the star. And then, like, no matter what angle you hit it from, you're going to hit that one play area. When I was doing testing on that, the play area, there's like dozens of them. And it just depends on what angle you hit the star from. You hit the star from another star, you're going to get one specific play zone per star. You hit it from a planet within that star's solar system, you're going to get a specific play area. And it's so annoying because if I leave a ship there, I can only access that ship or space station from the same angle that I initially went there. So if I went there from, let's say, star 34, the only way I could access that satellite base is if I go to star 34 and then fly to that star. I mean, it's stupid the way they did that. Like, they could probably eliminate so much programming just by having one playfield. Literally just limit it to one playfield. And you'd get rid of, like, a lot of problems there. Hell, you could probably get rid of some lag in the game from how much it's got to process. That is one thing about this game. It is very, very resource intense. Like, my desktop could barely play it, and like loading into it was so slow. this laptop I've got is a lot better, and we can access the game a lot quicker. Like, it'll load up like pretty dang quick. I mean, hell, you've seen it a couple of times in the streams where I've been on the load screen and just loaded in like seconds. If I tried doing that on my desktop, it would take a few minutes to load. So this is definitely a major upgrade. Not where this should be, but salt doesn't need to be there, but that thing's gonna be working overtime for a little while. Okay, let's go here. I don't even know if we can actually make that much. Oh, you know what? There is something I wanted to make. I don't actually know where that's at, though. There's nothing that we really need just yet, either. I'm assuming it's going to be here. No. I actually have no idea where this is going to be at. So it's not in the blocks. It's definitely not going to be there. It's going to be here. Yeah, there it is. So we got a couple of these over there. We might as well make some more of them. We don't really need the water extractor because, I mean, the oxygen converter is going to give us water anyway. Deployable PDA? That's new. What is this? Junk block? Oh, we can literally make the junk? I want to see this. We'll go do this other thing here in a second, but I really want to see this junk. I'm gonna take all these. I should probably make a couple more of those too. We had, what, 2? Worry about that in a second. Where's this playable junk? Oh my god. Like, what do we have access to here? Come on, show up. Show up. I want to see this. I mean, it's nothing special. But that's cool that we have access to those now. Well, I'm saying that like we never had it. That's a whole new thing, so... Coming along, you. We're going over here. Nope. Stop it. And the reason we really need that is we can't unlock that. Okay. That's how you make those hydrogen cells. You need that and the... There we go. There should be plenty of those. Did I accidentally move those over here? I thought I had a lot more of them. Okay, whatever. I thought I had more of those. Clearly I don't. And then this... Really? Um... Yeah, why not? Oh, I don't remember what the button combo is. Remind me, what is the blueprint? Blueprint library, saved screenshot, control modifier, shield. There's a quick button for shields? When did they add that? Blueprint library, console, build tools, look, lower blueprint, raise blueprint, create blueprint. Oh. What happened to you? Why are you damaged? Oh yeah, I was gonna do this too. You know, we might work on this a little bit. Though I don't remember exactly how the blocks were set up in here. God, we'd have to go, like, do a lot of repairing. Really? I think that's where the gravity generator was at. I don't really remember exactly where it was, where I'd put it. This is gonna take way too long though. There's too many blocks here. Not what I was planning to do. Apparently we lost the stream. I'm thinking what I really need to do is make a repair bay. Because there's going to be, like, way too many blocks here. And if we do, like, a repair thing, it should repair all the damaged blocks. It's not going to restore it, because it's not... I didn't save the blueprint for it. But we should be able to repair the block damage. Okay, what am I looking for? Oh, landing gear. So here's that. Oh, we didn't need the landing gear, but we do need this. Are you kidding me? Okay, so if I did this, oh, we need repair charges. I forgot that they changed that. Originally it was like the actual material. I don't know that I can actually do that. So one of these outputs 250. That said we needed like 1,000 something, so we need 5 of these. Five should work. And while I am out, just do that. This is just going to be temporary, of course. So that should restore all the block damage. And I don't have to worry about going around and healing everything. It's just a matter of like rebuilding it after that. Yeah, see that one just popped back into normal shape. So that one. So the whole thing's being repaired right now. Again, it's not going to be restored to its glory, but there we go. All the block damage is undone. So now it's a matter of getting some blocks and trying to figure out how to put this back together. We can go check that thing in a minute, see how those are growing. Though I think we're going to have to call it there. And some other changes that I would like to do here. I thought we had more than 5 blocks. I don't remember how I had that thing laid out either. But we are going to change some things. See, I don't remember where my bedroom actually stopped at either, because I know we had... Yeah, I think it stopped there. And actually, give me this, because I want to change up how exactly this is all defended. And what I mean by that is we're going to change up the blocks that was defending this. Actually, let's not tear that apart completely just yet. I don't know what was here. Okay, so a fuel tank was destroyed. Okay. So there is a fuel tank missing. We probably need to change this out. We're just going to leave that there for now. See, I know that this was here and that was there. As far as how much space we had here, I'm not sure. We need to get a boarding ramp in there. Okay, so yeah, that looks about right. And I know it wasn't that one. It had to have been this one. Which means this entire area was just blocks. Okay. That's fine. What? uh, what in the hell? I haven't seen that happen in a long time. Okay. That I hadn't seen that in a long time. I think that's an old glitch. See, I don't remember exactly how much of this is carbon. It looks like all of it is carbon. Okay. Okay, so that corner is not carbon. I'm gonna guess and say that that block isn't carbon either. I want to change that though. This block is fine. That can be... Well, no, there's supposed to be a fuel tank right there. Yeah, okay, that's all fine there. I want to do this completely different though. I think the shield generator was back here in that little slot. I think that's what that slot was originally for, was a shield generator. Let's say we should have... Actually, I think the shield generator is the only thing I really need to make. I may need to make a gravity generator. I don't remember exactly where that goes. Missing one of those. Missing our oxygen tanks. Do we have another repair bay? I don't see one. We already got that in. Here's the generator. I also don't remember where the pentaxid tank was. There may have been 2 generators in this. I don't really remember exactly. I don't know why I would put 2 generators in there. We really don't need the large ones. The basics would be fine. I still got the 1 basic in there. Let's try this because I honestly don't remember, because this was just a slap together job. This wasn't like extensive research and like planning. This was me just trying to build the Razor Crest. It's literally all this was. Yeah, see that slot's perfectly in there. And I'm pretty sure that was there. So there's one of the fuel tanks that's missing. I really don't know as far as this is concerned. Let's just put that there. Are we missing anything? The O2 tanks. So the O2 tanks are in a horrible place. Actually, I'm gonna do this. I don't think I can do this any different. Actually, we could slot them in up here. Because we're not using the space for anything else at the moment. One sec. So, I think that should be fine. We still got some work to do here, but we're gonna put that there and change it up this time. Wonder, like, how many... So to do this whole area, we would need... how much? Let's just say 100, just to be safe. I think I can get away with making that many, I'm not entirely sure. I know we have some Sathium. I don't know how much Sathium we actually have. 737. How much does it take to make... Actually, I don't think it's even Sathium now I'm thinking about it. No, it's titanium. Yeah, it's combat steel that is a lot more. We should have plenty of titanium. Yeah, we have 8,000. Let's just make 100 of those. And then a couple other things we need to make. Actually, I don't think we need that. Let's go up here and see what all we need. Cause we have one of these. Okay. Two of those. I think the medical equipment is fine. My clone chamber got destroyed. Right? It did get destroyed? I think it was upstairs. Yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure. Armor locker got destroyed. We only had the one fridge in there. There were no RCSs in it. I'm actually tempted to put some RCSs in it. Not many, like maybe one. I know we lost... I know we lost some of those. I don't know how many of them we lost. I don't see a repair thing, so we need a repair. We didn't lose any cargo. The only thing about this too is I was not happy with the fact that we don't have a hydroponics bay. Okay, so we need a gravity generator. And I do want to put a thingamabob. A transmitter. There we go. I couldn't think of the part. So we do need that. We need one of those. Yeah, so they did make this way bigger. It's 3 by 3 by 3. Or no, it's not way bigger. It's the exact same as it was previously. Okay, let's go try to put some of this back together. I'm not gonna do the whole thing yet, and plus I need to get off of here, get some sleep. Okay, so had a bed there because you do need to sleep occasionally. We had a toilet there. I don't have a thingy for that. Seems kind of weird to have that in the bedroom. Oh, we need to get some elevator blocks because the elevator got destroyed. Yeah, we got that. There's a small constructor there. No, this is gonna go in the bedroom, unfortunately. I'm just gonna stick it there. And then that needs to go right in the middle there. I don't actually remember where the clone chamber was, though. I'm just gonna do this. Because we can sneak in a... whatever it's called, like right here. But there's nothing to build on right now, so... Okay, that should be fine. We still got area to build there, so... This is going to be the first of a couple of changes right here. Oh, I didn't get the... I'm going up here thinking I'm going to just fly up there. Yeah, I am still kind of worried that they would shoot through the side. But, let's see. That should be there. Oops. Okay, so we didn't have enough for that. Yeah, I remember there was like a big hump here, but I didn't like the hump. It was gonna serve a purpose. I was gonna use that as like a repair spot. Once I had a repair uh, ability, and that way I could just, you know, fix my ship whenever I needed to. Okay, we gotta make more of these. However, I do seriously need to get off of here, so we'll go ahead. We'll get that crafting. I'll go put that up. We might might not need the carbon anymore. So I don't see a reason to have this out anymore. Same goes for that. Those I'll hold on to. That I'll hold on to. Okay. So last thing we do before we get out of here, because there's stuff that's got to be built, we need to come up here and check on this guy. First off, yeah, here. So the battery is still maxing out, which means we're good. We don't have to worry about that with everything growing. How is this? Lovely, lovely, lovely. Yeah, and there we go. We got 25 just from that. 25 just from that little bitty amount. So that is really good. That is amazing. Now imagine if we had more of those, because we could do some stuff with that. We got a lot more concrete now. And didn't I make... I thought I made more ammo. It doesn't tell me. I'm pretty sure it uses 566. I'm pretty sure it uses this. Should be fine. Like, look at all the wood and fiber that we got. We should be good on that. All right, we're gonna end it here because, like I said, I've got to get off of here, get some sleep and everything. And we will come back, and I don't know if we're gonna change that thing up or just leave it as is, because we got this bigger one here that we've made. It's gonna have everything else that we need, but we still need to be able to get around to go collect resources while we continue working on this one. So that is the real reason why I've decided to like restore this. We're gonna change up a few things, and we might have to increase the CPU on it, which we can do, which I'm not actually happy about doing, but I can do it, so we might as well do it. Yeah. And then I don't know if we're going to do anything else with this thing. Like I've said previously, because of the way I did some of the design on this, it doesn't really look like the Razor Crest. It feels more like the spirit of the Razor Crest. And then there's the whole debacle of, you know, this thing got destroyed too easily. Like, way too easily. And I thought we had enough guns on it. We have 4 Gatlin turrets. So there's one here, which we probably should change up those blocks, so it's got something sturdier. There's one here, and then 2 on the sides here. But the problem was that they attacked right through there, and as you can see where the warp core is, they were able to easily destroy it. Now, that's going to be one of the things that I change, is we're going to put a layer of this hardened steel here instead, because this was just glass. I never imagined that they would spawn down here, and just because of location and how the AI works, they immediately started targeting that. Blew through the shield, blew through the glass, and just annihilated the warp core before I ever had a chance. And the warp core exploded, and you saw where I put the generators and the pentaxid tank. So it took those out, and those subsequently caused a lot of damage. And then because the oxygen tanks were originally down here, like right there, the explosion just caught that, and that's what took out this entire area. At least that's what I'm thinking. There was several spots where there was block damage, so I'm thinking they were trying to shoot more of the structure after I had been killed. So are we missing a thruster here? We are missing a thruster here. I didn't think they destroyed a thruster, but they sure as heck did. So we'll have to get that and replace it. But yeah, we're gonna change up a few of the blocks, and I may like redo some of this because that is actually where our core and our detector are. But now that we've got the oxygen tanks sitting right here, that's a danger spot, especially considering that it's right below the cockpit. So uh, there's just more and more stuff that I've just got to figure out like how to deal with on this. And then as you see here, we got like just all sorts of weaponry saved up in here, and then all of these repair tools or multi-tools. So it's not something that I really want to do right away. I would much rather have a better setup. Because, again, one of my biggest concerns with that ship as a whole is I don't have anywhere to make food in it. So I'm completely reliant on how much food I bring with me. Which we haven't worked on that in a while, so we need to do that. Anyway, you guys get the idea. We'll get to it as time passes, but for now, I'm going to get out of here, go get some sleep and everything, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I am not getting a weekend at all. My next off day is until Tuesday, so yeah.